Good evening and welcome to the Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I'm Madhavdas Krishnan. Now viewers, we're just 5 days away from the fate of Delhi to be decided for the next 5 years. And as the D-Day approaches, spotlight is firmly on what the parties in the fray are promising for the next term. Eventually, it all boils down to the performance or the lack of it. Whether it is basic deliverables like clean water and governance, or even standing with the electorate in times of need. Now, we all know how the water wars have been playing out, with fierce back and forth between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Election Commission, and the BJP and the Congress united in targeting Kejriwal. Then there's the graft showdown with Sheesh Mahal at the epicenter. But what are we going to talk about now is not just a mainstream issue, but as it deserves to be, but also even as we see several of those accused of riots playing, in fact, part of the poll fray, which are now, of course, getting attention, and also, of course, the larger question about what happens to the victims of those riots. Let's take a quick look at what happened in 2020. The month was February, when communal violence ravaged parts of northeast Delhi. According to the official figures, 53 people were killed in the riots that left over 700 injured, impacting thousands. Now, 5 years later, 87% of the victims are yet to get compensation for their losses. Just 10 days ago, the Delhi High Court had to set an 8-week deadline for the settlement of claims worth approximately 153 crore rupees, of which only about 21 crore have been disbursed. Now let's tell you what exactly are the details of what we're talking about. The riots that happened in the first year of Arvind Kejriwal's third stint as Chief Minister destroyed families from across the religious spectrum. There were 1,731 claimants for the compensation. The dead were 53, the injured are 700. The claimed amount was 153 crores. The disbursed amount was 21 crores. As of Jan 2025, 87% of the claims lie unsettled. Why is this happening? Now, what really has led to this delay? Let's look at the timelines. The Claims Commission was first set up in April 2020. The High Court ordered up the setting of this particular Claims Commission, and it started functioning 8 months later, in December of 2020, that the commission in fact comes into action. It's only a year and a half later, after witnessing the huge pendency of unsettled claims and relief to victims, that the then LG, Vinay Kumar Saxena, approved the appointments of 40 more assessors to assist the commission. But even till November 2024, the petitioners submitted that the amount has yet not been released, almost 5 years since the riots took place. So that's as far as the Delhi High Court is concerned, ordering the release of compensation within 8 weeks, and that, of course, happening in January of 2025. All right, let's quickly take this across to our panelists who are joining us. With us is Gopal Krishnan Agarwal, BJP's national spokesperson. We also have with us JVC Sriram, political commentator. Joining us at the moment also is Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst. Let me start with Gopal Krishnan Agarwal. Gopal Krishnan Agarwal, you know, what led to this delay is, of course, a big question. The courts have now said that it has to be released within 8 weeks. But is one of the factors perhaps the delay in appointment of those who are part of this commission? What led to this delay?
No, the issue is that basically what the government in Delhi is doing is just eyewash on every issue. They are not concerned about what governance is. They are only concerned in vote bank politics and appeasing a certain sections of the population to win elections. If you look on any field, there is complete lack of governance on the part of Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. And the way they are working on the government issues, every time the confrontation is between the LG and the Aam Aadmi Party, their leaders, is because the LG is responsible for the administration of the state. But Aam Aadmi Party is not acting on actual basis on what they should do. It is the problem with that they are involved into corruption only, and their leaders are either in jail or on bail. Whether it is the this alcohol liquor scam, whether it is about the issue of cleaning of Jamna, whether it is about controlling the issue about the various schemes.
Okay, let's put that question across to the AAP spokesperson. Anmol Pawar is joining us on the show. Anmol Pawar, the BJP spokesperson says that the reason that 150 crores of compensation, of which only about 21 crores have been disbursed, the reason is that your leaders have been busy in corruption and have not been able to govern the National Capital Territory of Delhi properly. Your response to the BJP? Anmol Pawar, can you hear me?
Yes. Madhavji, good evening. Madhavji, the fact is that the amount of work which the Aam Aadmi Party has done in the last 10 years has never been done by any other government in the last 75 years. Our work speaks for itself. We have built 25,000 new classrooms. We have built 39 flyovers.
That's very well, sir. Let's come back to the subject we are discussing.
Free 24/7
the subject we're talking about is the Delhi riots.
Healthcare.
150 crores of compensation, 5 years hence only 20 crores been disbursed. Why?
One of the panelists said that कि भाई सरकार ने काम नहीं किया and they are involved in corruption. None of the charges have been proved till date. In fact, in more than 200 cases out of the 250 false and fabricated cases filed against our leaders, the Honorable Court has wrapped the investigative agency. ये सच्चाई है. Even in this so-called liquor scam, the Honorable Court very clearly said that there's no evidence, no money trail, कुछ भी नहीं है इनके पास. The only thing they have is just try to, they just believe in mudslinging. कि इनके ऊपर कीचड़ फेंको लगातार. But the people is not ready to believe
Sir,
these
BJP ko
baseless
chhodiye.
allegations.
Leave aside the
People have
BJP.
seen
The High Court has ordered
governance.
that the compensation has to be paid out in 8 weeks. Why was it not done for 5 years is the question I'm asking you, plain and simple. Is there any explanation to it?
If you'll go through the orders of the writ petition 6068/2020, by which this case is being heard, you'll get to know that in some of the cases the claimant has itself challenged this scheme which was being passed by the Delhi government. The Delhi government
So you're saying
has
it's because the
ensured,
petitioners challenged their
there's a
compensation that
timely
you weren't able to
dispersal of
disperse it.
claims?
Is that your argument? Because the petitioners are challenging the compensation, sir?
In some of the cases they have challenged the scheme. Instead of approaching to the claim commission, they have directly approached to the Honorable Delhi High Court.
Okay, JVC Sriram. Let me bring in JVC on that. JVC, is that a valid argument that he says that some of those claimants have directly approached the court instead of actually approaching the commission where they should be filing their petitions, and that he says is a reason for delay? Do you buy that argument?
Good evening, Madhav. I don't think anybody, even a child, will not buy this argument from the AAP spokesperson. First and foremost, he evaded the answer. He started talking about all the achievements of Aam Aadmi Party. When you asked a binary question, it was a binary question, simple binary question. Did you pay the compensation or no? No. Why you didn't pay the compensation? Answer, not clear. And then I will tell you why you have not paid the compensation. You have not paid the compensation because you don't have money. You don't have the revenue. How many bills have been passed in the assembly?
Go and read.
How many days assembly of Delhi have really assembled? What are the bills you have passed?
Read this order.
You have only convened the assembly.
Let him speak now, Mr. Pawar. You are given plenty of opportunity to speak. Let others speak, please. Yeah.
To talk about Modi, to talk about BJP, and to increase their own salary. That's all. You make announcements day in and day out. By the time next Saturday comes, you will know, Mr. Anmol Pawar, that what Aam Aadmi Party had achieved in the last 10 years. Aam Aadmi Party has achieved zero in the last 10 years. People of Delhi are extremely angry. It's no more anger election. It is exasperation election. People of Delhi are waiting to teach you a lesson. You will not have the courage and guts to come and face the camera come the next Saturday. And now you are showing chitti. That chitti, that Andolan politics will no more work. Aam Aadmi Party, you will have to deliver. You have failed to deliver on Yamuna. You have failed to deliver on water. You have failed to deliver on the power bills. You have failed to deliver. You have failed to even collect the
Okay.
garbage on time.
Okay, okay.
Yesterday you saw.
Okay,
Your
the
own
question still remains. The question still remains. At the end of the day, over 80% of those who are identified as claimants, over 1,700 claimants, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Anmol Pawar, please let's not. I'm sure. No, one second, just a second, JVC. I'm sure it's not your argument that all 1,700 of them are not wanting the compensation directly from the commission. They have approached the commission in the first place, and that's why the claims have been recorded. Anmol Pawar.
17. So no. 17 exactly 1693 claimants approached the claim commission. They were given the dues way before 2022, and some of them, I'll show you the specific order. See this order. Or it is for your
How
viewers
much was
to also
disbursed?
check 6338.
Sir, how much was disbursed?
Petition. They'll get to know.
How much was
Should I
disbursed?
read the order for you?
No, you
No,
tell us,
should I
sir.
read the order
You're
for
the
you?
party spokesperson. You tell us. Tell us how much was disbursed. Because this is the information that we are putting out, that of the 150 crores, only 21 has been disbursed. Please counter that with facts.
Yeah,
Do you have any facts to counter it, sir? Please go ahead.
Because the other panelist was misguiding. Yeah, but just a minute. The other panelist was just deceiving the people of Delhi because he does not know about the correct facts. 1693 claimants have been paid till 31st of July. And let me be very precise. I'll tell you the incidents also. कि किस incident में कितना मिला है, injury वालों को कितना मिला है, और it's by September 2, 2020, exact amount of 21 crore 46 lakh 9,150 were paid. 3,421 complaints were received. 1,647 were approved. And it was sanctioned for another 589, while only one was pending. 1,184 were rejected.
So what was the total amount? What is the total amount of compensation paid? Can you tell us, Mr. Pawar, what is the total amount of compensation paid? Tell us.
See, I'll need 2 minutes. I'll just read out
Sir,
the order.
I'm asking you I've asked you now about 5 times. What is the compensation paid? There is of course the information that 40 or more assessors were put to assist the Northeast Delhi Riots Commission, or the NEDRCC, on the 24th of August 2022. I think that's an undisputed fact. Please dispute it if you want to. But what we are told is that since this claims commission was set up and at the direction of the High Court and started functioning from 2020, there was a delay in the settling of claims for about 1.5 years. What accounted for this delay, sir? Simple question.
The simple answer is that 3,421 complaints were filed, and out of that 2,221 were approved and 1,179 were rejected, and some of them have approached the Delhi High Court challenging the scheme itself. Nowhere in the order, Delhi High Court, 25 order hai, there are 25 orders. Nowhere in the order the Delhi High Court has said that there's a lapse on the part of Delhi government.
Sir, they have ordered that the scheme has to be disbursed within 8 weeks.
And I challenge every panelist on the show, including you.
Okay.
कि आप दिखाइए.
Gopal Krishna Agarwal, there's been nothing from the High Court that has challenged the Delhi government or said what the Delhi government has done is wrong. Is the AAP spokesperson on point?
And I challenge the panelists.
No, the issue is very clear. The High Court has directed the Delhi government to and asked them why they have not given the compensation. The figure is very clear that only 21 crores of a has been given, which was almost 1,800 crores of compensation claims. So after almost 5 years, if the Delhi government has to fail to process those compensation claims and pay them, and the High Court has sent in strictures against the Delhi government, they have to answer. They cannot say we have paid this 21 crores. Yes, we are agreeing that you have paid only 21 crores, but the total claim is about 1,800 crores. And, almost 19 petitions were filed. You have to answer them.
Let me get Syed Asad Abbas on this. Syed Asad Abbas, why does it take so long to pay the victims? I mean, every government's job, irrespective of what really is the violence that has happened, if there is a High Court mandated committee, Mr. Abbas, it is their job to make this payment. Why is in January 2025 the High Court saying that please settle these claims in 8 weeks? Why is that happening?
Madhav Sahab, you've asked a very rightful question. It was unfortunate what happened in the Delhi riots.
And why
We're all
they
aware,
didn't pay?
and I believe all the compensation should be fastened and come through in the next 8 weeks, as per the order of the Delhi High Court. Let us also understand it was Arvind Kejriwal ji who announced 10 lakh rupees for the victims' families. Not just that, if there was a minor death, 5 lakh rupees, including the auto rickshaws, 25,000. Yes, some of them have been paid. A large amount needs to be paid. And I believe that in the next course of 8 weeks, it should come through. Let us also understand that the Ministry of Home Affairs handles the Delhi police. Had Delhi taken up the responsibility and the police would have not been lethargic as per the Supreme Court's observation, things would have been much, much better. So therefore, I wouldn't really blame the Aam Aadmi
This
Party
is
for
the
this.
whole issue.
No. This is aside the Sabasna, we are changing the subject of discussion altogether. The riots that happened, the simple question is why was the compensation not given? Whether the police did it, whether there were people who perpetrated it, whether people who perpetrated it as a response or intentionally came in from other states, that's a totally different debate as to who was responsible for it. The persons responsible for it, once there is such a commission that has been set up, is obviously the government, and in this case, the state government. Where is the question of MHA, Mr. Abbas?
Can I comment?
It's a rightful question, no
comment?
doubt, Madhav Sahab. Like the question you are asking, I also hope and wish that it did come through in the last 5 years. Unfortunately, it has not, but
Madhav ji.
8 weeks is given. I really, really hope and look forward to the Aam Aadmi Party Delhi government is able to settle the maximum extent that
JVC,
they can.
I want JVC to come in on this. JVC, a quick response to what was stated earlier by Mr. Pawar, that there was several court orders that the government of Delhi has complied. Your response to him?
See, if they are complied with all the orders, then this debate is not essential at all, Madhav Sahab. Let's please understand. And he has not been able to give a straightforward answer. A question you have asked, the question is how much has been paid? How much is pending? Now, does he have he says, I need 2 minutes to explain that. Why do you need 2 minutes? You have to say, we have paid 17,000 crores. The pending is 21,000 crores, whatever is the amount. You have not done that. You want an explanation?
Okay, last opportunity, Mr. Pawar. How much has been paid? How much is pending? Simple last question. We have limited time. Quickly.
Sir, the fact is, ये जो झूठ की फैक्ट्री चला रखी है ना जी 1800 करोड़, कोई 5000 करोड़ बता दो, इसे 70,000
सर, आप सच बोल दो ना सर, आपसे हम सच बोलने को कह रहे हैं.
And I challenge all the panelists. I challenge all the panelists. Show me a single order where it's mentioned कि Delhi High Court, Delhi
सर,
government
आप
was
मुआवजा
at fault.
बता
Where's the
दीजिए सर,
order?
आप बता दीजिए
There are
कितना
4
मुआवजा
states
दिया है.
that Many person.
High Court
बताने दो ना.
All right, still no answers coming, still no clear answers coming. We're just leaving it there. Gopal Krishna Agarwal, JVC Sriram, Anmol Pawar, Syed Asad Abbas, thanks so much for joining us on this debate.